No, ladies and gentlemen, this is not Photoshop, this is not some kind of character I have created, this is genuinely a real person, as you will see in a few moments as I react to the video that he has recently made, giving me, I believe it's my 5th or 6th final warning for basically telling the truth about him. If you're not familiar with the story, in a nutshell, we entered sort of a bit of a collaboration. I was going to make videos that he could put on his channel, because I've got a much larger audience than him, but hasn't everybody. And he sort of made certain promises about the way my content would be presented on his channel. He didn't live up to those promises. He tried saying that I was lying and everything, and I've proved it with emails that I've leaked to show that actually here's what I asked for, he said yes to it, and he never delivered on those promises. But again, this guy is genuinely a real person. If you see him on the street, don't approach him, don't make eye contact. It could be the last thing you ever do. Because look at this is a dangerous man in more ways than one. Actually, I don't plan on going to the USA at any point, but just in case I do, anybody from America, if you have any idea of what sort of backwoods place this guy comes from, can you just let me know where it is? Because just in case he ever do go on holiday to America, I don't want to accidentally stumble upon the sort of hillbilly area that he lives in, because the last thing I'd want to do is end my holiday inside of a wicker man being burned alive, because that would probably happen, and that'll probably happen to you as well. So as I said, if you see him on the street, keep your distance, you know, don't engage with him, because it could be the end of your life. But nonetheless, let's get into his final video. Let's react to his final warning to me that is, I think this is the 5th one, it might even be the 6th one. I've lost count at this point, but it's the last time I'm going to be reacting to one of his videos, so in many ways it's an end of an era. A lot of things are going to be changing on the channel. Go back and watch my video titled Big Changes Coming if you're a fan of the matches, if you're a fan of the creations, because, well, there are big changes coming over the next few months. Go and watch that video. But without further ado, let's get into reacting to this absolute nutcase. Oh, that is terrible. Do you know what? We're already starting with tragedy and we're only 3 seconds into this video. To see that man has a puncture, that breaks my heart. It's because I have more knowledge of it, you see, because I know for a fact that 2 weeks ago his girlfriend also had a puncture. The fact that that's contagious and he's now dealing with that problem himself, never knew you could catch it, but apparently you can. So I'm not going to make any jokes about that. That is genuinely heartbreaking. Get well soon.
I have been really trying.
We know.
I've been really trying, Jason.
Yeah, we know.
I've been trying to be the bigger man and just let all this go and let all of the smack talk go, let all of the inflammatory remarks go.
I prefer anti-inflammatories.
Go. You've painted such a bad picture of me in Colonial Impact Wrestling, and I hope you're proud of yourself.
I am, yeah. And my parents are also proud of me.
But it gets to a point when, if I don't stand up for myself, and if I don't stand up for Colonial Impact Wrestling,
this is the big
I'm not
moment
doing a
coming.
service to myself as a human being.
No.
To stand up for the truth. I told you many months ago, Jason, that the truth always wins.
It does.
And I have been desperate to not be the guy who destroys this empire that you think...
Empire. A man that refers to a channel with 50,000 subscribers as an empire. I mean, that's all you need to know. I suppose when you've got as many as he has, he's been on YouTube, by the way, for about 13 years. He's got 400 subscribers, maybe a little bit more now. I suppose to him it is an empire. We are a giant thing. I suppose to put it into context, you know, if you wanted to put all of our subscribers into some sort of building, you could fill an arena. If you wanted to put all of his subscribers into a building, you'd just about fill a shed at the bottom of somebody's garden. Anyway, let's carry on.
Is very strong and secure, but I can very easily demonstrate is nothing but a house of toothpicks and false accusations.
Again, but the shit toothpicks metaphor that he's been using.
This is your last warning.
Didn't work last time.
This is your last warning. No. I'm not going to ask you to back off again.
This is going to be me well and truly put in my place.
You spread lies about the partnership.
Not spread any lies.
And then you tried to mock me by creating the Admiral as if that was going to get under my skin. And I won't lie to you, Jason, it did.
So what's your point then? You made this thing as if it'd get under my skin, and it did get under my skin. Again, he's just really... some sick burns in this. He's really putting me in my place at the moment. I'm questioning even whether I should carry on with YouTube, because this guy is just tearing me to shreds at the moment.
But it did not because I'm upset that you made me out to be much skinnier than I actually am, and I must admit I do like the outfit, but...
Yeah, to be fair though, I'm going to hold my hands up. I'm always prepared when I'm wrong to say that I got this wrong and maybe I should correct it. Because I made the Admiral character £99 and 5'3". What I really should have done was gone more realistic. I should have gone for his real dimensions. I should have made it 5'4" and £105. So, yeah, I got that wrong, and I can make it more accurate if he wants me to, if that'd make everybody happier. Just let me know.
No, the problem is not that you made the Admiral. The problem is that you seem to think that I needed your help. You seem to think that I took advantage of you or I was ungrateful for you, when the reality is, Jason, all I have ever been interested in since I set eyes on your channel back in 2022, all I have ever been interested in is helping you.
Wow. Thank goodness. Thank goodness we've got somebody like this, you know, the expert on YouTube. Mr. Beast, stand aside. You know nothing about the algorithm. This guy knows everything there is to know. He's bigger than Mr. Beast in many ways. Although I will say, I'll give him credit on one point, he's not quite as creepy as Mr. Beast. That is a competition he's never going to win. There's just something dead behind the eyes of Mr. Beast. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's a reanimated corpse. Maybe that'll be revealed in his next video. I don't know. That's just speculation. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent again now. Let's carry on.
When I found your channel and I left the comment that I liked what you were doing and you had potential to be exactly what you are.
Don't remember that.
I knew that if I just shadowed you a little bit, just gave you a little encouragement here and there, after I've been here for so long, gatekeeping SmackDown vs. Raw.
Oh, for God's sake. Even if he was the first person to make videos with SmackDown vs. Raw, which I'm pretty confident he wasn't, because he started 13 years ago, the game came out over 20 years ago. So he can't be the first person to have made videos of it. But even if he was, what do I fucking owe to this person? He's been at it for 13 years, and he's got 400 subscribers. I've got 50 odd thousand, and I've only been doing it for 4 years. And none of my videos are anything like he does. All of my stuff I've created, he's never created anything. Well, he probably has created some things that I'm sure the FBI would be very interested in getting a look at. Again, it's this thing of like, I owe him something because I was here first. Well, I came along and did better than you. Get over it, mate. It's your own fault you've not got more than 400 subscribers. It's because you just don't seem to be very good at this. But anyway, let's carry on.
Despite my success at that or not, that's not really the point. I was the only game in town for a real long time.
Again, we're going back to I was here first.
And instead of being bitter and jealous and mad, I encouraged you. And what did you do? You then asked me for this partnership.
Yeah, did you?
I have not asked for a partnership from anybody in my career. The Mag Nation came to me for commentary for Jack Nation Red. TAW came to me when I shut CIW down and he needed commentary and he needed a podcast.
Right, let's just stop that. He's dropping these names sort of like the big names. Like these are people that you, when I drop these names, the people that I've worked with, the jaw's just going to be hanging down. They're going to be gobsmacked at the magnitude of these stars that have come to me for help. I've never fucking heard of any of these people, as I'm sure many of you haven't heard of them either. It wouldn't surprise me if these people are just figments of his imagination, but like I said, he lives in fucking fantasy land. Let's just carry on. Let's just get through this. This is the last one. I just want to get it over and done with. I don't have to look at that face anymore. I don't have to listen to that voice. And my life will be much better.
And then you came to me.
Yeah, we've already established that.
And you had a more successful run than either of the other two.
Whoa. Did you hear that? Let's play that again. You might not have heard that because I was talking. Skip it back a bit.
Podcaster. And then you came to me. And you got the rub.
No.
And you had a more successful run.
No, you're going down a dark avenue there. No, I need to clear that up straight away. He's not rubbed me. I've not rubbed him. There's been no rubbing going on. All the time I was making videos for him, nobody has been rubbed. And if somebody had been rubbed, I think the police should have been involved. So, no, I just want to clear that up straight away. Maybe somebody was rubbing the top of his head a lot. That'd explain what's happened. But no, there's been no rubbing going on. Maybe there's rubbing going on in that office at the moment. The faces he's pulling, somebody might be rubbing something under that desk, but no, believe me, there's been no rub going on. So there he goes lying again.
Either of the other two, because you took the partnership with me and became the biggest E-Federation subscriber count that any of us have ever seen.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, a lot of people can point of why you've done well. Now, I genuinely think that I just got a bit lucky with the algorithm, which can happen sometimes. There's a bit of work and a bit of luck, I always say that. It's not one or the other, but you need the luck to definitely get videos over a certain point. There's one thing that hasn't provided me with 50,000 subscribers, and it's working with somebody that barely gets 50 views on a video. As I said, he's 13 years, 400 subscribers. But in his head, it's like, yeah, you work with me, and then all of a sudden, things went crazy, and that's all down to me. Well, no. Let me put it into context. An house burnt down last week, and that house also had a bathroom mirror. It wasn't the bathroom mirror that caused the house to burn down. It just happens to be two things that have happened, and none of them have any consequence over the other. This man doesn't have any consequence over many things, but let's just carry on.
With all the talent and with all the gifts that you got from the rub, I say you're
Again,
welcome.
there's been no rubbing.
And instead of just saying,
I'm going to file
well,
charges if he keeps talking about rubbing.
Grateful,
He's been done for that before.
You ran your mouth. You tried to defame me. You bit the hand that brought you to the dance.
He brought,
and even after
bring me to
all
anything.
That,
it brought me to the dance. In what I was doing fine before I tried to help you out. And again, that's the only reason he ever did this. I tried to help him out. And this is what you get back. There's no sort of psychologist that could really break this down and explain to you what's going on. And again, every time I pause, it's just an even creepier facial expression he's pulling. It wouldn't surprise me that in 5 years you'll see this still image here as a thumbnail on a true crime podcast, and it'll be something like, you know, this man ate 15 people. How did we not see the signs? All the clues were there, but nobody saw it coming. Well, I'm going to be the first to predict it here. In 10 years on a true crime documentary, this will be played as a clip, and we'll all say, he guessed it first. Why didn't he do more to try and stop it? But there's no evidence, unfortunately. There's nothing I can do at this stage. We'll have to see where it goes.
I let it go. Because I'm still interested in helping you. But now I'm starting to understand, Jason, that the best way to help you might just be to take everything from you.
How does that work,
I don't
then?
want to do that. So this is your last chance,
Oh,
Jason.
no.
Call off the dogs.
The big warning.
Admit you've been lying.
Not been lying. We've proved that. We've shown the emails.
You can have your 50,000 subscribers, and CIW will continue to thrive as the underground hidden gem of the Federation world.
I like that line there. You can keep your 50,000 subscribers, and we'll keep... I was waiting for him to say what he's got, but he just went, we'll continue to be a hidden gem. He's half right on that. His channel is definitely hidden. Hidden turd. Hidden infected needle, maybe. But hidden gem, I wouldn't go as far as to agree with that. But
it'll all be so simple. All you have to do is tell the truth.
Already done that, mate.
All you have to do is say, I
already
lied,
done it.
And that there was actually nothing wrong with what happened, and that I was the one, me, who broke off our partnership because it wasn't helpful.
Again, the way he talks about it sounds like we were going out. I was just making videos for him, nothing was going on. But honestly, the way he talks about it, it's like a marriage fucking breaking up. Basically, I was making videos for him because I thought, I've got a bigger audience. I'll make the odd little bit that he can stick in one of his videos, and then I can tell my viewers, oh, one of my videos is going to be airing on this guy's channel. Go and check it out. Might give him a bit of a boost in his viewership. Technically, you could argue that he did end it by saying that he wasn't happy that I didn't air his matches on my channel. Again, we've got quality levels. We've got a quality that people come to expect on this channel, and his stuff just didn't meet that quality. I've already shown you the clip that he wanted me to upload. They said that's not happening. But even if he didn't message me whinging, he'd done enough whinging to start with. I'd had enough. So either way, it would have ended around that time. But yeah, he beat me to the punch in saying, let's just call it a day on this because it's not working. But as I said, I've never denied that. I've never denied that he was the first one to say, this is not what I had in mind. But as I said, he went back on promises anyway. He's full of shit. And once again, just every time I look at the screen, it's just a different facial expression, innit? He's like a backwoods Jim Carrey, isn't he? He really is. Let's continue and get this shit over and done with.
For us. And if you don't do that, and if you keep trying to make it seem like we were ungrateful at your generous hand, that we are not paying you $1,000 too, by the way.
Well, you should do. If you cared about the blind
keep
people,
running
you
your
would
mouth,
pay the
you keep trying to insult me, you
$1,000.
keep
Offer's
trying
still
to defame
open.
CIW, then I will tell the truth yet again. I promise.
You'd have to do it for the first
And
time.
I'm a man who lives through on all of his promises.
Bet he does.
I promise you, Jason.
Oh.
Not only will I expose the truth, all of these emails that you've been redacting on these Admiral matches, I'll show the full version.
Yeah, again, he's talking about redacting emails. Now, I've already explained this, and I can show you a couple of them here. The only things I've redacted on these emails are my full name, because I'm not like this guy. I don't need my face to be out there. I do enjoy making videos. I don't crave being famous. This guy does. He's probably never had anybody recognise him out on the street. You know, if I took mine down, it'd be pandemonium. There'd be mobs of people. There'd be women just sort of throwing their underwear at me. You know what I mean? There'd be men asking me for advice. How do I be like you? So, you know, that's why I don't have my face on the internet. I like to live a peaceful, quiet life and just go on about my business. This guy craves that. He wants his face out there. But like I said, I redacted my name because I don't want my real name out there. People might track me down and, you know, I'll have a mob of 100 people outside my house all screaming and cheering. So I don't want that, guys. I just want to be a normal person. As far as on his bit, I've redacted his name out as well. I've given him the same level of respect that I've given myself, and I've also redacted his email because I'm pretty sure the email that we were messaging on is not one that he has in public view. Now, I've not redacted mine because mine is a public email. I have separate emails for different things. If you want to send me an email, pastgengamingemail@gmail.com, just thought I'd get that in there. But yeah, I've redacted his email, so if you want me to unredact it and show your email to the world, if anybody would like to send the Admiral, sorry, what's he called again? The Sentinel, I don't know, whatever stolen valor rank he's been using this week. But if you'd like to send him an email, he wants me to unredact it, I'd be quite happy to do that. You can have a chat with this guy. Just don't agree to meet up in person because, you know, I can't guarantee that you will return from that meeting in one piece. Maybe your organs will be gone. You just don't know. Don't take the risk. But yeah, if he wants me to unredact it, I'll unredact his email. I'm quite happy to do that. Just let me know.
And it won't be pretty for you, but it will be for me.
I imagine nothing's ever been pretty for that man.
To give you this hard lesson, to teach you this tough love, then I will. But you have a chance.
Have a chance.
You have a chance.
Just
to
one
do
chance.
The right thing. I will give you this one final chance to do the right thing. And if you don't, then I'm not responsible for what happens to you after that.
Oh, hey.
And if you don't believe me, I'm more than just a man of my word.
Oh my
And
God.
that, Jason Ryan,
Ugh.
that's a fact.
Well, do you know what? I was making jokes, I was being a little bit humorous about this, but now that he's leaned over the desk and nearly gone cross-eyed and put his face closer to the camera, I've got to accept defeat. You know, he's beaten me. I feel threatened, I feel scared. The better man's won. I mean, look at that. Look at that picture there. That just shows you who the better man is, doesn't it? I can't compete with, you know, such things as that. And I notice as well, I've been watching this and I've been feeling a little bit intimidated. I've been feeling like he's a guy you don't really want to fuck with, and I didn't get that impression in the other videos, and I think I've realised that he's changed his outfit, hasn't he? He's got a leather jacket on there, he's got the facial hair, and he just reminded me. Does anybody remember that sort of tough guy biker from the 70s who was in that gang? I can't remember what was the name of the gang he was in. Do you remember? Nobody messed with that guy. That guy was untouchable. I mean, that guy struck fear into the hearts of every man that ever laid eyes upon him. I'm trying to think who he looks like. The biker. What was the gang he was in now? That was it. I've just remembered. The Village People. Nobody messed with that guy. He didn't take no shit. And I'll tell you what, they might have been the odd person. He might look at him and think, you know what, I could get the better of him in a fight. But that's where you're wrong, you see, because, you know, you start fighting him, you might beat him up. But behind him, ready to jump in, ready to, you know what I mean, ready to give you a good beating. You've got the Native American, you've got the policeman, you've got the cowboy, you've got the construction worker. You've probably got another one, I can't remember all of them, but, you know, all of them are jumping. You fight him, you've got to fight all of them, and that's exactly the vibes he's giving off here in this video. It wouldn't surprise me actually if they all pop out in the background and start singing the YMCA. It could very well happen in the next video, but as I said, I won't be watching any more of these videos. I think we've done it to death now. I think he should get some sort of help. Maybe he needs to be on the right medication. Bit of lithium might be the thing that he needs. They probably still do lobotomies at his part of the world. If he hasn't already had one, there's a lot of things to suggest he has, but if he hasn't, I think he could probably benefit from one. Maybe shock therapy. There's many things I could suggest, but, you know, this is the problem in these sort of backwoods parts of the USA, you know, where they don't have a lot. These things go untreated and they go on for generations, so I genuinely hope he gets the help he needs. But apart from that, it's the last time I'm going to be responding to one of these videos. Hopefully he doesn't kill anybody after this video, but I can't guarantee that. It's very likely that that will happen. He's going to outdo Bundy, he's going to outdo Dahmer, but I give you the warning, there's not a lot I can do. It's down to law enforcement now. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.